This whole Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad thing has been sticking around a lot longer than I thought it would be. And ordinarily, when news like this hits and the people who are perpetually outraged or upset about it, they find something else to move on to in a couple days, and then the main story kind of dies down. But this one has not only been sticking around, but in some respects, it's actually been escalating to a point where I'm looking at the people who are just upset about this and noticing that they're treating it as if it's some huge loss in regards to the culture war. So way I'm thinking, if they think of it as some type of huge loss to them, then maybe there is some truth to that. But before I get into all that, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you can, leave a comment and hit the like button because it helps out with the channel. So I got this article pulled up from Deadline with some later developments in regards to the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad story. Trump hails Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle ads after reports actress is registered Republican. And when I saw this video, I thought it was just kind of funny on the surface of it. But you have to understand too, this isn't like Sydney Sweeney came out and said that she's Republican, because for the most part, she's been quiet on her own personal political beliefs. As far as I know, she hasn't made any statements one way or the other. The closest that she's made to a statement was last fall when she was basically calling out the hypocrisy within the entertainment industry, talking about how they'll virtue signal publicly, but behind the scenes, they're pretty much worse than what more regular citizens are, as far as trying to publicly prop people up and then behind the scenes tear them down. To me, that's the closest that she's come to actually making any political statements. But with this one, it's not as if she said it herself. People had to dig into her background in order to try to find her voter registration, and found that she is registered as a Republican in the state of Florida. And now this is just kind of adding more fuel to the fire for the people who are already upset with her, are now upset with her for another reason. The U.S. president was asked about Sweeney by a journalist as he boarded Marine One on Sunday after the Guardian newspaper reported that she registered as a Republican voter in Florida a few months before Trump returned to the White House. And I think that's also kind of a big thing about this too. It's not as if she registered as a Republican years ago and just hasn't changed or anything like that. It's a fairly recent thing, which does indicate that that's kind of where her personal beliefs are leaning a little bit more. But here's the video of the reporter asking Trump what he thought about this, and I thought he actually had a pretty funny response.
Sydney Sweeney, she's like a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican? Yes. Oh, now I love her ads. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney?
Oh yeah, she's a Republican? Oh yeah, then I love her ads.
You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans.
I think that's kind of an important takeaway from all this, but I'll let this finish before I really explain why.
That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
So there you go. And the reason why I think that statement about how there's a lot more Republicans out there is because within the entertainment industry, usually when someone is more overtly conservative or more of a Republican, then they tend to get blacklisted from the industry. I mean, there's a lot of people who can speak on that, who've been blacklisted from the entertainment industry. I mean, I don't know if anyone could seriously deny it, but there's probably going to be people out there who try to deny it. But I mean, it is for the most part a fact, but not with 100% certainty, because ultimately when it comes to the entertainment industry, at least a lot of those big studios, even if the executives at the higher level of those studios have left-leaning political beliefs, even strongly held ones, ultimately, they still want to make money, and that's what they care about first and foremost. So if someone is a Republican, but they're a big box office draw, or they're a good director who can make a lot of money for the studio, then they might still allow them to keep their work. Sydney Sweeney, for the most part, is just that, or at least she's kind of propped up as the now it girl, where she's very popular. She makes a lot of money for their respective studios, and she has some influence within the industry. And her being a Republican and being seen as the central figure in a culture war battle, if that can happen, then I think there's going to be a lot more people within the entertainment industry who might feel a little bit emboldened to be more vocal about their personal beliefs. And I think a lot of people who are upset about this are worried that if more of these people start speaking out, then that'll kind of ruin their whole narrative, or it might kind of grant some type of permission for more people to be like okay with that sort of thing within the entertainment industry, or people of influence coming out as a Republican, which is something that they can't have. And that's why I think they're treating this as some type of huge loss within the culture war, because in all honesty, for them, it kind of is. So looking on social media, you can just see a lot of the responses to it. Sydney Sweeney haters right here. And yeah, pretty much the type of people that you would expect. Oh, it says, oh,
Stop the ad.
yeah, this one right
That
here.
is being racist.
And the ad isn't racist. It was just a joke.
That is being racist.
She's in a jeans ad, says she has good jeans because she's a conventionally attractive woman. It's like that. That's it. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, and then this one was shared out, having her on a huge ad like that in Times Square of all places. Oh, and when I saw this, I knew it was gonna get a lot of people upset. Not only is she a conventionally attractive woman, upsetting a lot of people in the woke left, but she also is someone who is apparently proficient with firearms, which is, yeah, you just can't have that sort of thing. But just take a look at this, because this kind of circles back to what I was saying about it's shifting the culture war right now. So numbers never lie. Here are two different campaign results. American Eagle, Sydney Sweeney's ad. American Eagle made 300 million in a day, 65 million in free media exposure. Jaguar LGBTQ ad sales in Europe plunged 97.5% in April, from 180,000 sold in 2018 to 27,000 last year. Buyers have spoken. And we've noticed this pretty much all throughout the entertainment industry, this kind of shift where a lot of companies had dabbled in progressive politics and dabbled in trying to push a lot of these woke agendas with whether it's video games, movies, TV shows, and now just advertisements in general. It's been going on for several years now, and we've seen time and time again, pretty much the consumer has spoken like, no, we don't want this sort of thing. We're rejecting it. We'll put our money where we act, things that actually either hold our values, or something that's just not openly antagonistic towards us, or doesn't appear to be pushing some type of agenda. Because say what you want about the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad, it's not pushing any type of agenda with it. It was just supposed to be an ad, basically an old school ad, just have a conventionally attractive woman in your ad. And there, I mean, you know, the whole saying sex sells, that's pretty much what they were doing with it. And so right now we're seeing a reversion back to the way things were when things were a lot more prosperous, where a lot of movie studios are starting to abandon a lot of their progressive agendas, or at least not making them as overt as what they used to be. It's not all studios out there, not all companies are doing this, but a lot of companies are doing this. This last year, we saw many companies who previously would fly LGBT logos or change their logos to rainbow colors during Pride Month. They weren't doing that anymore. So it seems like we've hit peak woke, and the pendulum is starting to swing back in the other direction. And I think why this ad is getting so much attention is pretty much this is just almost like making it where it's undeniable that that's what's going on when it comes to the culture war. Now, does that mean it's over? No, I don't think it's over. I still think there's a lot to be had with this, but I think this is, if it's not necessarily like a victory or anything like that, I say this is kind of like a beachhead, so to speak, when it comes to the culture war. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button. And if you can, leave a comment and like, and hit the share button, because it really helps out with the channel. Thank you.